Imagine you're playing a game of chess. Life couldn't be better, could it? Imagine you're playing with the white pieces and your opponent makes their move. What do you need to think about before you make your next move? Should you be thinking about what you might get for tea? Yummy, I hope I get chicken nuggets. Should you be thinking about whether you'll finish your homework in time to watch Scooby-Doo?
Shaggy? Brr.
I know that food and television seem important to children, but perhaps you'd better concentrate on your chess game. What do you need to think about? The first thing you need to work out is why your opponent played that move. What are they going to do next? And then, when you've thought of your own move, you need to check the square you want to move your piece to. Check it carefully. Will your piece be safe on that square? If you answer these two basic questions, you will avoid lots of mistakes. So let's look at the first question. In our game, why did black move the knight from c6 to b4? Have a look at where the knight might go next. Here are the possibilities. Which square does black have in mind? Have a good look at all the choices. Black wants to move the knight here, from where it would attack white's king and rook. So whenever your opponent makes a move, always check the squares that piece can go to next. You must try to work out why your opponent chose their move. You need to check where that piece might move to next. Look at the move black is going to play. If the pawn moves, where could it go next? Well, this move does not look dangerous. And because pawns attack in a different direction to their normal move, you need to check what squares the pawn is now attacking. Well, nothing here to worry about. But you also need to check for discovered attacks. Look again at the move black is going to play. Are there any black pieces hiding behind the pawn, waiting to attack? At the moment, the pawn is blocking the bishop. But when the pawn moves, the bishop isn't blocked by the pawn anymore, and it's attacking your rook. Did you spot that? So when your opponent moves a piece, you need to check where it might move to next. But you also need to look at where the piece was, to see if any lines of attack have been opened. OK, well let's imagine that you bothered to do a proper check, and you noticed this bishop attack. You've answered the first question, so you decide to move your rook to safety, and you think about moving it here. Well, now we need to move on to the second question. Is it safe to move the rook here? And the way we check is by looking at all of the enemy pieces. The pawns and king are too far away to be a threat, so we only need to think about black's rook and bishop, and we can see that the black rook attacks the square we want it to move our rook to. So we need to come up with a different square for our rook. And sometimes you'll need to be even more careful. Is it safe for white to get out of check by taking the rook? Well, it looks safe, but it puts the white king and queen on the same rank. And black's queen could then play a very dangerous move. Let's watch. Can you see what will happen? White is in check and has to move the king. And now black can take white's queen. So h2 wasn't a safe square for the white queen. So what have we learnt? When your opponent makes a move, you need to work out why. And when you think of your own piece to move, make sure it's landing on a safe square.